Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the most thrilling movies you can't stop thinking about. The film begins with a high-profile jewelry exhibition in Mumbai, showcasing a collection of solitaire diamonds valued at 50 Indian rupees crore. The event is disrupted when the local police receive an anonymous tip from a man who claims that the exhibition is about to be robbed by 4 armed gunmen. Acting swiftly, the police arrive at the venue and manage to neutralize the gunmen after a chaotic standoff. However, amid the confusion, it is discovered that the diamonds have been stolen. The twist is immediately evident: the gunmen, who are either killed or critically injured, are not responsible for the theft. This raises the central mystery: who stole the diamonds? Jaswinder Singh, a sharp and determined police officer, is assigned to lead the investigation. He arrives at the crime scene, impeccably dressed and with an air of authority. Despite the absence of concrete evidence and surveillance footage, as the gunman had deactivated the CCTV cameras, Jaswinder's instincts lead him to suspect 3 individuals present at the exhibition: Kamini Singh, a confident and professional salesperson representing the company whose diamonds were stolen; Mangesh Desai, another salesperson, less conspicuous but equally under scrutiny; Sikandar, a quiet and unassuming computer technician responsible for the audio-visual setup at the event. Jaswinder is convinced that 1, 2, or all 3 are involved in the heist, though he has no solid proof. His rationale is based purely on instinct, an aspect that becomes a recurring theme in the film. All 3 suspects are arrested and subjected to harsh interrogation. Sikandar, Kamini, and Mangesh vehemently deny their involvement, but their protests fall on deaf ears. The police's heavy-handed methods, including psychological and physical intimidation, add to their misery. During this phase, the anonymous caller who tipped off the police is questioned. He denies knowing any of the 3 suspects, further complicating the case. Despite the lack of evidence, Jaswinder remains resolute in his belief that the culprits are among the 3. The narrative shifts to the present, several years after the incident. The film reveals the aftermath of the case on the lives of the key characters. Sikandar, now living in the Middle East, Sikandar appears to have rebuilt his life. He has a stable career, a wife, and possibly children. His transformation from a tormented suspect to a thriving professional suggests resilience and an ability to move past his traumatic experience. Jaswinder, in stark contrast, Jaswinder's life has taken a downward spiral. He is now divorced, unemployed, and visibly aged. Consumed by guilt and regret over the unsolved case, he spends his nights drowning his sorrows in cheap whiskey. Haunted by his failure to solve the case, Jaswinder contacts Sikandar and apologizes for the pain and suffering he caused. He admits that he was wrong to accuse Sikandar without evidence. Sikandar agrees to meet him in Mumbai to hear his apology face-to-face, as per an old promise. It is during this meeting that the film unravels the complexities of the characters' pasts. Sikandar and Kamini. After their shared ordeal, Sikandar and Kamini grew close and eventually married. However, their life together was marred by constant setbacks, many of which were orchestrated by Jaswinder. Jaswinder's manipulations. Jaswinder reveals that he had been the source of many of Sikandar and Kamini's troubles, including getting them evicted from their home in Agra and sending goons to destroy Sikandar's phone. His intention was to keep them impoverished, hoping that Sikandar would eventually reveal the location of the diamonds. Adding another layer of complexity, Jaswinder discloses that Kamini had been acting as his informant for years. However, she was not a willing participant. Jaswinder had discovered that Kamini had been stealing smaller diamonds and used this information to blackmail her into cooperating. This revelation devastates Sikandar, who confronts Kamini. Despite understanding that she acted under duress, he is unable to forgive her betrayal and decides to divorce her. Their relationship, built on shared suffering, crumbles under the weight of mistrust and manipulation. In a climactic revelation, Sikandar is shown visiting a secluded greenhouse owned by an old friend. Beneath a plant, he retrieves the stolen diamonds, confirming that he was, in fact, the thief all along. This moment recontextualizes the entire narrative, portraying Sikandar not merely as a victim but as a cunning criminal who managed to outwit both the police and his accusers. Unbeknownst to Sikandar, Jaswinder has been following him. Despite his outward apology, Jaswinder never stopped believing in Sikandar's guilt. His meeting with Sikandar was a ploy to lull him into a false sense of security, allowing him to reveal the diamond's location. As Sikander travels back on a bus, Jaswinder emerges and confronts him. The confrontation is intense, with Jaswinder handcuffing Sikander and securing the diamonds. The film ends on an ambiguous note. Sikander offers Jaswinder a deal, presumably a share of the diamonds' worth. The scene cuts before we see Jaswinder's decision, leaving viewers to speculate. Will Jaswinder succumb to greed and accept the offer, or will his sense of duty prevail, leading to Sikander's incarceration? This open-ended conclusion underscores the moral ambiguity that runs throughout the film, forcing the audience to grapple with questions of justice, redemption, and the cost of obsession. Sikander Ka Mukadder is a masterfully told story that combines suspense, character-driven drama, and moral complexity. The non-linear narrative, coupled with its unexpected twists, keeps the audience engaged until the very end, delivering a cinematic experience that is both thought-provoking and emotionally resonant. Hit that like button, share this video with your thriller-loving friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into unforgettable films. And hey, tap that bell icon to stay updated, because we've got more twists and turns coming your way. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.